Hello everyone, welcome back to our Power BI channel. Here we are covering DAX functions in this series. In the previous two videos, we have studied some filter functions. And in today's class, we will study some more about filter functions. So let's start the class guys. Here are the topics. We will cover all these DAX functions in our today's class. So firstly start with this earlier function. So guys, earlier function needs nested row context. If you want to know more about row context and filter context, you need to watch my full course Power BI videos where I have explained row context and filter context. So guys, this topic is slightly tricky, but I will try to explain in a better way. So firstly understand what is nested means. So nested here means when we use one formula twice in a single formula. Like sometimes we use two if formula in one function. That is called nested if. Hopefully, some of the Excel user are use this formula and some of you may be worked in Power BI. So here nested row context means two row context under one cell. And now let's understand this function with practical. So let's go to the data view and here I will take one calculated column and I will simply add count row function formula here. So let me replace this formula as count row and now I will write my formula count rows. And here is only one parameter guys which is table name. So I will select sales table here and close the bracket. So here we can see guys it counting the rows and display the same value in each and every cell. So firstly I will tell you how this count row function works. Firstly guys, this function comes here in first row and counts the row in whole table. In a similar way, these functions come in second row and again check the whole table. So guys, it will go each and every row and count the row again for the whole table. That's why it's a row context. It goes each and every row and scan the whole table. And now let's suppose I need a count of this sales ID. I want to see that how many times S01 is written here. In a similar way, I want to see S02, S03 and S04 and so on. So I will add one filter function here. So I will type filter. And let me remove the bracket. So under filter function guys, we have two parameter. So the table name is already written. So I will press comma here. And now second parameter is filter expression. So I want to calculate sales ID. So simply I will enter my column name which is sales ID and close the bracket. So we can see guys, here it gives me an error like this. So handle such errors, what I do, I will apply earlier function here to resolve such errors. So let me edit this DAX function here and under filter expression, I will write earlier function. And here we can see the parameter guys, which is column name. So I will enter sales ID here and close this earlier function equal to, now I will write the same column name because I want to see the count of sales ID and close the bracket. So here is the answer guys. We can easily calculate the sales ID with the help of this earlier function. So here we can see S01 is written here only one time. S02 is written here only two times. In a similar way guys, you can check each and every row. Earlier formula only works when we have nested row context. So it is creating two nested row and scanning the entire table. So guys, the first row context is created by filter function and the second row context is implicit, which is created by calculated column. Because whenever we use calculated column, so one virtual table is already created in calculated column. So we have at least nested row guys to use this earlier function. Without nested row, we can't use this earlier function. I hope guys now you have clear understanding about earlier function. But still you have any doubt, So I would recommend please go and watch this video multiple times because this function is little tricky, so you need more practice. And now comes to the second DAX function of our today class, which is lookup value. So guys, this function is very much similar like VLOOKUP in Excel. And we can also do such things like merge query in Power Query Editor. This formula is basically used to fetch the column from second table. So let's understand this function with practical. So here we can see guys, we have taken two tables. The first one is department table where I have just only mentioned names and department. And if you look at the second table, here I have mentioned names, products and sale. So department name is not here in employee table. So I want that department column in my employee table. So here we can use this formula like a VLOOKUP in Excel. We are just fetching out the column from different table. So I will take new column from here and let me rename this as lookup value. And now I will write my DAX function which is lookup value. So look at the parameter guys. So first parameter is result column name, which means which column we want to fetch out. So I want to fetch out only department column from department table. So my column name is depart, which is from department table, comma, and look at the second parameter guys. So the next parameter is search column name 1. So we need to enter the same column name which should be in both the tables. So here common column name is name, which is in department table as well as in employee table. So here I will enter name which is from the department table, comma, and now comes to the third parameter which is search value 1. So here guys we will enter the same column name but it should be from the second table which is employee, because this department name column match the records with employee name column. So I will take name column from employees table and close the bracket. Press enter. So see guys, we can see the department name here in the employees table. Look at the department table guys. So here we have 5 records and we can see all the 5 records are here. And if you look at here, these 3 records does not have department name. So these are displaying empty here, because with this name, no matching records under department table. So if I go here in calculated column guys, and let me remove this bracket and put it comma. So we have one more parameter guys, which name is alternative result. That means if record is not matched with the table, so we can put any value instead of that record. So let me put it inverted comma and I will type here not found. You guys can type anything here. Inverted comma close and close the bracket. So here guys we can see blank cells replaced with not found. So in this way guys we can use this lookup value formula to calculate fetch out the column from different tables. So here is only one prerequisite, one column should be same in both the table. Otherwise we can't fetch out the data from different table. And now move towards the last DAX function of our today class, which is selected value. And this DAX function is very easy to use. So here selected value means whatever the value you have selected in your report, these value we can visualize with the help of visuals. So I have created one small report here and we can see multiple visuals in our report. So this time my requirement is if I select this product, so it should be reflect under the card visual or any other visual. So for doing this, we need to create one measure here. So let me go to here new measure and let me replace this measure as selected value. And now I will write my measure, which is selected value. And here are only 2 parameters, the column name and alternative result. So my column name is, let's say, product, which is from the sales table, comma, and under alternative result, you guys can put any value. So let's suppose if my value is not selected under this report, so it should be displayed as empty and close the bracket. So let me take one card visual from here and drag and drop it here. And here is the measure guys, which is selected value. Let me drag and drop this measure here. So here we can see guys, we haven't selected anything under here in report. Now let's suppose if I click here on butter. See guys, we can see we have selected butter here under this report. And now if I click here on bread. So we can see guys, whatever the value we have selected in our report, we can see with the help of selected value. I hope guys you have cleared with all the filter functions which we have studied today. Keep practicing guys and keep learning and stay connected with us for more learning about Power BI. And those who are new to this channel, kindly hit the like and subscribe button. And don't forget to press bell icon guys, else you will miss an update. And if anyone wants to learn Power BI from scratch, we have this YouTube channel which name is Power BI Full Course by Shubham. And under this 50 tutorials, I have explained each and every concept in detail. You don't need to join any institute, you just only invest your time. But still you want paid session, so guys, I'm also providing paid session and free job support to my viewers and subscribers. You guys can connect me on LinkedIn for more support. Thank you so much guys for your more love and support. Keep learning, keep growing. Thank you so much.